all kind of were freaking out there with Jimmy Garoppolo's performance. He finished the game 11 for 19, 131 yards, and a pick. And in his defense, there were some dimes that were dropped in the first quarter. What do you make of it?
I will say that's probably the only drive that I give him credit. And I was saying that in the chat, like we can't blame him on that third drive because the receivers just dropped the damn ball. He put the ball right where it's supposed to be, and it's extremely rare that happens. But for the rest of the game, Jimmy was just Jimmy. So here's the thing, and I'll say this and I'll make this point. Please, people, don't jump on this train and crown that damn man. He didn't do shit. I'm sorry. The man did nothing to help us win this game. If special teams doesn't block that punt and we score that touchdown with Talanoa Hufanga, we lose. So please, people, don't run out there crowning Jimmy Garoppolo king of the damn world. Don't do it. All of you Jimmy fans out there, look at the stats. Look at what the man did. Okay, outside of that third drive, he made some ill-advised throws. And believe me, there were several throws that I saw that he made that were horrible where he could have been picked off if the DBs were actually paying attention. This was a cold and frigid game. It looked like every step that anybody on that field took hurt. And the other thing that I will say is this was an exposure of Tom Compton. This is why we got the ball out quick. Rashawn Gary ate his lunch. He took his lunch money. He hung him upside down by his ankle, shook him until all the money came out, then snatched his wallet, smacked him in the face with it, spent his money, went home, slept with his wife, and told his kids to call him daddy. Rashawn Gary owned Tom Compton tonight. And yes, I use all of those metaphors because there's not a single person on this panel that's going to be able to tell me different. He ate that man alive. And this is where you see why Tom Compton is a liability in pass coverage against a true pass rusher.
Man, you certainly have a way with words, Dion. I visually see all of that happening, but I agree with you. I really do agree with you, and it's unfortunate because Tom Compton had been relatively successful. He had filled in for McGlinchey, and a lot of fans and analysts were like, McGlinchey, who? Tom Compton can get the job done. He's been more than serviceable, but he got his ass whooped today. And there were so many plays, especially on third down. I think Jimmy got sacked like 4 times on third down, where he would motion Juice out of the backfield. And then he'd be an empty backfield. And I'm like, Jimmy, what are you doing? And then sure enough, right where Juice was just standing 10 seconds before that, the whole line, just gets completely demolished and he gets sacked. The Niners won this game, but there are certainly some things they're going to have to address depending on, regardless of who they take on next week, LA or Tampa, obviously.
What's going on, guys? Just want to take a quick break to thank today's sponsors. We got to thank, of course, MyBookie. You can go to MyBookie.AG right now, sign up with promo code Hive, as in 49ers Hive, and you will get your first deposit matched all the way up to $1,000. You deposit $200, I'll match you $200, all the way up to $1,000. You can do the math, and you'll also get a $20 casino chip. This is only through the Super Bowl. So if you're a bettor, you love making money on sports bets, you got to take advantage right now. Again, MyBookie.AG, promo code Hive. That'll get your first deposit instantly matched. I haven't hit on any of my bets for the last 2 weeks, but I made 140 in the Falcons game, betting on the halftime score, and then I bet 180, on the Titans game, betting on the halftime score. So you could win as well. The 49ers have a huge wild card matchup against the Cowboys. All you got to do is go to mybookie.ag and type in promo code Hive when you sign up. Get that first deposit instantly matched all the way up to $1,000, like I said, and a $20 MyBookie casino chip to use at the MyBookie casino. Take advantage right now, guys. Trust me, it will not be around for much longer. Bet on anything, anywhere, anytime with MyBookie.
Perry, I'm going to throw it back to you. Does it concern you, the 49ers' lack of offensive firepower in this game moving forward?
You know what? I mean, I agree with Dion in the sense that Jimmy Garoppolo just, he shouldn't get his praise because he did have a bad game. He did have a few good throws in the first half that were dropped. So when I saw that, it's like, damn, Jimmy can make those throws. But I'm going to give the entire offensive benefit, man. I mean, you're playing in 0-degree weather. It's cold. It's hard. The Niners haven't played in this weather all season long. This was Jimmy Garoppolo's first career, below freezing game. I mean, I know he grew up in Illinois and played in that cold weather, but I won't give him the benefit. There were still some plays out there he could have made. But I'm not too concerned, and it's because we know what Ayuk can do. We know what Debo can do. We know what Kittle can do, and Juwan and Mitchell and all those guys. It was just cold. It was hard for the offense to get things going. I mean, you start off the first half, right? It's already 0 degrees. Okay, it's freezing cold. Now all of a sudden you got the snow, and it's like, well, great. Now Jimmy's got to throw in that. And you saw it just throughout the whole game. I mean, it seemed like guys were getting hit, right? They were coming up limping and going, shit, that shit hurt. So it was the weather. I think 100% was the weather. But nah, you guys, I'm curious as to what you guys think, but I'm not too much concerned about the offensive firepower because we know what it takes. And I mean, come on, you're going from 0 degrees and now you're going to play in Tampa or LA where it's 70 degrees, 75 degrees. I don't know what the weather in Tampa will be, but it's not going to be this, and you have that benefit for the 49ers where they're playing in weather that favors them. I mean, if the Rams win, the Niners are going to play in their second home stadium. So it's going to be a really big thing to watch tomorrow. But I think the weather was just against the 49ers. But in any event, I'm not concerned about the firepower, Zach. It was cold. It was cold for these guys. But next week will be huge. Next week will be huge.
I need you to stay out of my head because you said exactly what I was thinking, baby. I need you to get out of here, bro. Get out of here.
Like I said,
can you tell me? Zach, you can't tell me that look where we go. Zach, you can't tell me you wouldn't be comfortable with Levi South, a.k.a. SoFi Stadium.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, who ain't going to be I'm going to tell you right now, if we got to go to Levi South, I'm taking my ass home.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm going to go right to my mama's house. I'm going to party like it's 1999.
Bro.
You think we could beat the Rams again, though?
Bro.
Yes.
Yeah.
Zach,
yes.
I'm gonna let you go back to emceeing it. I just had to throw that out there.
No, you're
Perry was all in my brain. I don't understand what it was. There's going on through the cameras.
You're good. I think it was Perry who said it earlier in the week. If the 49ers win and the Rams win, then they're 2 games at SoFi with the NFC Championship game and then the Super Bowl, which would be insane. Levi South, like Dion just said, it would be huge, man. Look, Jimmy played poorly. Was it the weather? Was it his injuries? I don't know. He came out with a nice start, and I don't blame those drops on him at all. He was dropping some dimes. He hit Ayuk.
Touchdown.
He hit exactly. He hit Kittle. He hit. I think even Debo had a drop. But when he needed to perform the most, he did for the most part. He got the job done. There were a couple tough passes. He stood in there on 3rd down. I believe he hit Kittle over the middle for like 14. So I got to tip my cap to him in that sense because he didn't buckle down and, whoever that TikTok creator is, he didn't stand there, piss down his leg as the real talent kind of walked all over him. That wasn't the case. Jimmy stood up. He got the job done. Elijah Mitchell stood up. Debo Samuel stood up.